And listen, one more. The last game. I think the game that I think is the most mysterious to me. Texas, Arizona State. We know Texas. We talked about their dog. We know about Quinn Ewers in there. Arch Manning always making his appearance. I think he has it in his contract. I need to get in for at least a play. If I'm not the starter, I need to get in for play. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me PSA. Arch, sir, we have a goat here at North Carolina. We have unlimited. We have Michael Jordan money. Come on over. Just come
I
on.
think
You
it's
don't need
more
that.
likely to entice Quinn not to go to the NFL and come than it is Arch. But
Quinn is too he's too pure. We need to corrupt somebody. All right. Let's get Art. Let's get that Eli and Peyton. Eli and Peyton, your uncles, can announce the games. Okay, they could be our home game announcers.
the
We
Manning
can do it
cast for
all.
the whole game.
Yes, Manny Cass takes over UNC. We could do this, Arch. Come
Did Bill authorize you to make these negotiations?
listen, all right. Bill's taking care of me. All right, I gotta make sure we get Art. Let's go. But I mean, for this one, honestly, Arizona State, feel good story, but they're a solid team. I mean, we talked about Cam Scatterbo being America's best kept secret. I mean, they're a formidable force that has been playing through a very tough Big 12 conference. I mean, 2-3 weeks ago, I mean, they were all tied up with 6-2. I mean, there was four or
There's a
five
four-way
teams,
tie, yeah.
right? So for them to have got through that gauntlet to get here, I mean, is this gonna be the shock? I don't even think of them as a David and Goliath. I think of them more as they're a young up and comer ready to shock the world. What do you think, man?
I think this goes back to similar to the Penn State Boise State game we just talked about. If you're Arizona State, Scatterbo's got to have a phenomenal game to keep you in this. I think if you go into it and Texas is able to stop Scatterbo, it's over by halftime. Because we like to say this with other players, but in Arizona State, he is the straw that stirs the drink. He is that man in that offense. And I don't want it to sound like there's just nothing else there, because Kenny Dillingham's done a hell of a job building this team up. He's a phenomenal coach, and I'm kind of shocked he didn't. I don't know if he didn't get an offer to go elsewhere or just shoved them all away without anyone even hearing about it. But he should be getting calls for bigger jobs, because Arizona State was predicted to finish last in the Big 12 by nearly everybody this year. And they've got a first round bye via winning the conference, and get the chance to go toe to toe with one of the best teams in the country. If you can, I think Quinn Ewers is starting to get into that category of, if you're relying on him to win you the game, you might be in trouble. He's not quite at the level of being in that same category as Riley Leonard, as Drew Aller, as those guys, but he's not far off. So it's an interesting matchup. I lean more towards Texas being able to stop Scatterbo and getting up early. But it's so hard to tell.
Yeah. Like some of my head says 27-17, like that, Texas jumps out to this early lead, and all of a sudden Arizona like fights back in the third quarter, and they try, but they just don't have enough firepower to compete with the dogs in Texas. Like it's a great story, and I'm glad that Arizona State got to this place. But if we didn't do things based on who got the who if you won your conference, Arizona State would be more of 11 and 12 or 12. I mean, they had a great season, and it's glad that they got in here. But and hopefully, look, prove me wrong. I'm not trying to disrespect, because I love everything about the Sun Devils, but I just think Texas is too powerful. I think Texas is too powerful, man. So
yeah,